Good morning. I'm just checking, it looks a bit shady. I'm just going to open the blind, get a bit more of the natural light in, hopefully. As soon as it's nice and sunny today. Okay. I'm just going to have a sip of my coffee and check that I am live somewhere. And then I'll get on. If you are joining me today, then please put a comment or something in the comments field so I can say hello back. Okay, I'm going to put my coffee down. Okay. The cards I'm going to make today is using the split card textured dies. I bought these quite a while ago and I've only actually used them once before today, and I just really like the effect. And I'm not sure that the catalogue, that you really get a huge amount of ideas really, or at least there's this one here which doesn't really give you so much of the ideas about what this set can look like. But they're really pretty and they can literally, you can do them with anything. So they're £27 for those two dies, and I should just pop those out of the way for a moment. Okay, this is a card I was playing around with this morning. Just a quick little Valentine's card using the Love Cats stamp and the grid sort of die. So it's really easy. As you can see, you've got quite a nice space down here. You can do any stamp in there, or sentiment. You could put bits of cardstock across it. You could, you could even do this in pattern paper and put it on, and then put I don't know, a circle or a punch element that's been stamped on as well. So it's not just this bit that you have to stamp on, but that's the grid one. So I'll just pop that out the way. And when you do cut these out, as you can see, you get lots and lots of little bits. So I find the easiest thing to get them out is one of these brushes. This is the one that fits onto our take your pick tool. Just on this end, it just screws in. These are great little tools, and then you just brush over it and all the bits come out. And the same with the dies, you can just brush over those and get all the bits out that way. So say that just unscrews, and then you can put your putty back in. Okay, so I've not designed any other cards. I've got various bits and pieces about and some ideas in my head, so it's just going to be a case of having a play with them at the moment. This one I thought was quite interesting. I didn't take all the pieces out, so you don't have to have it completely taken out. You could keep some of the bits in, and not liking throwing stuff away, I have kept some of the bits just so that I could have a play with them afterwards. Not sure whether to stick them back in there or to make something else with them. But I mean, again, it's like the hearts on the thank you kit. you can colour them in and use them for something else. So I think what I'm going to do first of all is use one of these flowers. Okay, so I've got a standard card front, which is 8 inches by 5 3/4, and it's scored at 4 inches. So I'll just pop that out the way. Now, I think the first I'm going to use this sweet sorbet is lovely. I really do like the vibrant colour that you get from this, and I'm going to put it with the flowery dye. But first of all, before I do that, I am going to get some stamps, and I think this one I'm going to use these lovely gnomes. I haven't used these yet. But these are really cute, and they do match the dies that we had at Christmas, the storybook gnomes. So I'll just get my black ink. I think I actually want my stays on today. This stays on is I think this is the one that I need, but I've just read it on the back, make sure. It smells like marzipan. Oh well, I'll use it anyway. My eyesight's getting a bit, I need to put my reading glasses on. I haven't. Anyway, I'm going to just stamp that one on there. And then I think what I'm going to do is just get some of my blending pens. Just add a bit of colour. Nothing too technical, because I like colouring, but I don't like it taking me forever to do. So there's this really nice red heart. It looks as though this is going to be another Valentine's card, I'm afraid. Should probably give it to my son, I think. Maybe between all of them, I've got to make one for Max, one for Ruby, and one for my husband. So just by using the different blending pens, the light and the dark, you can get a different bit of sort of tone, I suppose, to it. Let's use some of the grey just to add some depth onto his beard. There's a little girly one there with plaits, and they've got some flowers, and they're really cute, these ones. What else do we need? I should have got these pens beforehand. Just do, this is light petal pink. It's just nice just to, I think I should have used the other ink pad, but never mind. And then I'm just going to give him the same colour top, and that to match his hat. So he's very colour coordinated today. I say it's not difficult at all using these pens to be able to get a really nice little drawing going on. Bit of colouring. Right, now I'm gonna just get a quick little sentiment out. This just simply says love you. And sweet sorbet. Just add a bit more colour to it. Pop that there, I think. Okay, now for the backing, I have cut this layer slightly smaller. Okay, so I'm just going to layer that up. Again, using Tombow. I absolutely love this liquid glue for card making. It's so easy to use. You don't need loads of it, and you don't want to put it near right up against the edges, because it will squidge out a little bit. So I'm just gonna pop that on there, and then I'm going to get my white card base. And put a bit more glue on there. Don't want that card base. I think that one's not, I don't think it's been cut to the right size. Bear with me. Just check the card base I've got. I've cut them all down, but I might not have done. They are the right size. Okay, so I'm just gonna pop that one on there with the sort of half of a 1/8 of an inch board around it. Fold it over, and then I've got some of these really cute heart pearls, which I'm going to just place a couple on there. Again, using my take the pick. Just gonna pop a couple. 3 on there like that. And these ones with the blender pens, you can actually colour them in, which I did before on this card here with this heart there. I just coloured them in and let it dry for a minute. So there's the flower one. So I don't know, which do you prefer, the flower background or the grid? I think they're both really quite cute. Okay, so that's those ones. So it's going to make, let me just get that out of the way and do, oop, I want to knock my camera down this week. I'm going going to do another one with a paler colour underneath. Okay, I'll just cut that down a bit. There, so I think that's quite pretty. And so you can have it up that way or that way, it doesn't matter, whichever way you fancy really. Right, what am I going to stamp on this one? I think I'm going to use this stamp set. Actually, no, I won't. I'll save that one because I've got a blue. I'm going to use the girl gnome, I think, and just going to take that off of there. Let's pop that one on. Now I'm going to use the Memento ink this time, and then just stamp it on there. Give it a good push. Okay, and for this one, I think I think I'm going to use some watercolor pencils. For some of it, and I also need, I think it's these ones, Fresh Freesia. I'll set it to go with my card layer. So again, just make sure you can see what I'm actually doing on this. Yeah. And then the lighter one. Just blending that in. Okay, so that's quite sweet. Again, just a bit of a light pink nose and face, and her hands. I guess a little bit of feet in there. Might want something that goes, colour that goes with that, that's not too sort of garish, I guess. Just get, right, got a bit of yellow for the flower. And we'll do a plaits. This is how Ruby likes having her hair plaited for her school photos. So we've got all of her school photos going up through the years, she's got two plaits, exactly the same hairstyle. I don't know when she's going to decide she wants something different for her school photo day. She doesn't have it any other time. Okay, let's just do a bit of little bit of pinky colour there. And I'm just going to do a lighter. I'm not really sure I like the pink and the purple together, but never mind. You try all these things out and live and learn. And sometimes the colours don't go quite as well as you think they will. Might look alright in a minute. And give them some purple shoes just to balance the purple out a little bit, I think. It's not too bad, I suppose. It's a bit girly, isn't it? As you can see, because they're alcohol pens, they do come through a bit, so you need to make sure that you're leaning on something like some grid paper or some scrap paper, just so that you don't get it on your work surface. Okay, so I think I'm just going to stamp this again, but I'm going to use the Fresh Freesia and stamp Love You again, because then I could give this one to Ruby, I think. It'll save me having to make another card. Right. So, having cut that down, I'm just going to put some glue on there. Which will just hold that in place. Then a bit more glue all over the back. And then that can go onto the card base. So that's another really quick bit of glue on there. It makes them really quick but cute cards, I think, just add in a stamp and a sentiment. I'll have to stick some bits on that one later. Okay, I think that's the gnomes finished with, so I'm going to go back and use one of these ones now, and I'm going to put this nice dark blue behind it. I'm trying to think which blue that is. I don't think it's the one that I was going to use, but it'll be fine. I think I might use a lighter one. I might use some, might be a bit pale. I know what I could try when I find the paper. We'll try a bit of patterned, maybe a bit of patterned paper behind it and see what effect that has. Let's try it. It might look a bit too much in the. Not sure about that one. I know I could use no, not that. Right. Just wonder what that would look like. So you still can see the pattern on that one, so that would be okay. It doesn't sort of obscure the pattern, so that one will be all right. Yeah, I quite like that. I know it wasn't the blue that I was on about, but it'll be good. And then I'm going to use one from Playing in the Rain, because I love this set. I think I'll use this little tortoise. I just need to get another block. Seem to have moved all my blocks. Okay, let's just put this cute tortoise with a flower. The flowers on there. I think it would look better with the grid rather than more flowers, because it's just going to overflower it. And then maybe that one can go up that side as well. Okay. So, not sure I'm really all that good at making cards up on the spur of the moment like this, but he's a bit wonky, but he'll be fine. But that's what we've got today. I'm afraid it's puts you on the spot a bit sometimes. So I'm just gonna use some watercolour pencils this time. Let's have a sip of my rather cold coffee now, but never mind. Okay, see this? Yeah. So again, I used these the other week, last week maybe. I'm not quite sure now. I can't remember. And they're really, really easy to use. You know, again, like the blender pens, you can do depending on how hard you press on the pencil, you can get a lighter shade and a darker shade, and you can use them just like this, colouring wise, or you can use them with these blender pens and just turn them into like watercolours. Just give him some nice yellowy bits on there. And on his tummy. And then I'm going to use Old Olive for the rest of him and his shell. And I literally this morning I went out with the dog after walking Ruby up to the bus stop, and it was freezing cold out there, and I came home and my feet and my hands were like ice blocks. But I much prefer the frost to the all the rain that we've had. The ground's finally starting to go a bit harder and not getting quite as muddy going down the park now, which is good. Okay, so we just take these, do one colour at a time. All you do is just go over where you've used your pencil, and as you can see, it sort of blends it in, takes away some of the pencil marks, makes it look like watercolours. So it's really, really good. And all you do, I have to pull it down, I can't go over it like that very well. You know, the bits that you've missed, you can fill in because you've got the colour then on the blender pen. And then when you finish doing the one colour, you literally just scrub it out until it's gone, and then you can go over the next colour. And just give those a bit more of a colour on this tummy and blend those lines in. Oh, that's my rubber, I don't know when that's there. Put a bit more yellow on that one. And I'm going to do a melon mambo flower. I think it's meant to be a daisy, but I like this in pink. Just go over that with the blender pen. And let's find a sentiment. This is Oh Happy Day. Let's see if I can put that a bit straighter. Right, so colour am I going to use for this? I think that's Mango Melody, that colour on there, which is a really nice orangey colour. So I'm going to use that. Just gently tap on there, and then move that out of the way. Okay, so that's just going to fit. That's quite nice looking like that, nice and bright, more spring-like. So glue that down. Again, this you don't need tons tons of glue. I've got a bit of a blobby bit stuck on the end, I think. Don't need loads of Tombow because it spreads, and then you don't want it all over your card. Okay. And then there's a white background. And as part of this set, the Playing in the Rain set, you get these really cute, see if I can open this without them all going everywhere, cute little daisies in different sizes. So I'm going to stick a couple of those on, I think. I'm going to get my Take Your Pick tool first so that I can pick it up with the putty end. Just, ooh, right, I've got to put a bit of glue on these. And we can have it. Put one there. You can get refills for these putty ends, which actually I need to do. So there's two, and then we're getting a little smaller one. Just pop a bit of glue there. Pop that down. Yeah. So that's it with pattern paper. I think if the pattern's quite big, like that one is, then it doesn't get lost. You just put that ink away before it ends up the card. So if it's too small a pattern, it will just get lost behind these. Okay, and then I'm just going to finish this one off with some pearly hearts, and then that will be one finished. Okay, so thanks for joining me today. You've enjoyed seeing those cards being made. Always a challenge when you just decide on what dies you're going to use and not a lot else. So I will be placing an order on Wednesday, so if you're local to me and there's anything that you want ordering from the catalogue, then drop me a line and I can add that on to my order. Okay, otherwise it's been lovely to have your company, and I hope you've enjoyed watching those cards being made. Right, thanks so much. Take care. Bye.